the pies? Who ate all the pies? Oh, darling, you ate all the pies.
So the worst two people on TikTok are now back together. This is only the 40th time they pretended to be friends, so maybe this time it will end well. Or maybe not, because I'm not exaggerating when I say that it took them 5 minutes to start insulting people for no reason. They say don't throw stones from glass houses, but in fairness, maybe CLA didn't hear that one. So to cut a long story short, CLA and Evil Queen are currently terrorising London. It inevitably got quite bad when they did start roaming around in public. But to begin with, while they were still inside, it was kind of calm, although this calmness was underpinned by a sense of impending dread.
Oh, darling.
Hello, my dear.
I'm here with my queen. A roots, darling.
We'll have all the reunions. You all better watch out because now we're together. You won't be able to do nothing.
So these two, they are NPCs. They are almost definitely not real people. To use a topical analogy, they are about as fake as Evil Queen's teeth. And to be honest, I don't think anybody is going to dispute that. They've spent maybe the last year just incessantly insulting each other. And luckily for them, and for us to be fair, it's all on TikTok. There's a thing called a digital footprint, and they're maybe about to find out what this is. But even despite that, they definitely tried to seem as artificially positive as possible.
We'll have all the presents from EQ. Isn't it cute? Oh, absolutely, darling. A bitch is a fashion icon. Oh.
You know what? Everything else aside, it is actually quite good to see CLA in a positive mood. We know the alternative. I mean, we have covered it on this channel extensively. Normally, she could be described as the angriest person in the UK. She would fight maybe anyone or anything. So on one hand, this might be good, but on the other hand, it is just so unnerving. It's unnerving because we know it's fake, and this can only last for so long.
I just want to say thank you all for supporting me in my decision to relocate with EQ. Absolute nostrils. We'll have all the hair.
Now, in fairness to CLA, her nostrils will have all the hair. She did say she plans to relocate with EQ. Don't get your hopes up though. I think this might just be the grammar of CLA. You might be looking for the word reunite, although to be fair, if EQ was staring at me from behind a camera, I'd probably get some words wrong too, you know. It does come with the implication that she could switch at any moment. Drop a like or EQ is going to switch on you. But either way, these two did have a sit down and they did try to justify everything that's happened.
Why are you back together? Because we're like magnets. We just come back together.
Now, I think we might have heard this one before. Remember when she was friends with Elphaba again for 2 weeks? Well, this is maybe the same thing she said then. And it worked because people were naive enough to think that these are genuine people. But they're not. And by this point in the video, I hope you know that already. But they really tried to hammer this home. And I'm not going to say they succeeded, but they definitely tried.
We had 8 months apart. It's been awful, hasn't it? And now we're back together. So yes. Are you using care? Well, I've got nothing to use it for. Look, because we're both successful.
I've got the spoon.
Give that back to Elphaba. She needs it for recreational purposes. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. This clip is so weird. CLA just seems completely out of it. And I mean, that might be a good thing. It's kind of like when you tranquilize a lion. It kind of just stumbles about, but at least it can't attack you. Evil Queen, on the other hand, she just seems so cold and calculated. Nothing out of the normal, but it is a little bit creepy. To be honest, I don't know why they're trying to rationalize it. We all know you hate each other. I'd actually kind of prefer it if they just owned it. You know, get your gifts while you're together and then go back to personal attacks at the end of the week. Again, though, they did just keep trying to rationalize it, and to be honest, it kind of comes across as desperate.
We mutually benefit from being live together, but we're friends, you know what I mean? And we were friends from the
Hello,
beginning.
America, to everyone in the USA. Me and Evil Queen, we're coming soon. Modine, know what time it is.
Yeah, I don't even know if she knows where she is. CLA is so out of it that she thinks that's Modine sat next to her. To be honest, that might be the only explanation as to why they're so amicable. Because put these two in a room 2 months ago and they are going for each other.
What would I be able to use it for? Because we've both got the same clout. We both get gifted. We both famous, you know what I mean? So I was sitting on 7,000 to 10,000 views the last 2 days, you know what I mean? So nobody's using anybody.
Humble as ever. I mean, it is kind of a running theme at this point that these two cannot go more than 5 minutes without flexing. There's not much to flex, to be perfectly honest, but they will try. Honestly, it kind of just has the opposite effect. It just does come across so desperate. Either way, CLA was desperate for something else. She just wanted to skive off like straight away. CLA was not happy, and when you watch this clip, you can just see her resentment boiling under her skin.
I can't believe I've been on a flight today.
Do you want to sit here?
No, I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Do you want to take over and I can just chill out?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Because I'm gonna light another drink now.
And I can relax.
That was maybe the shortest honeymoon period of all time, but you know what? Given the circumstances, we will take it. Moving on though, the next day, somehow, it did get worse. To be upfront, they had a few ideas and they were all terrible. Well, they started off inside CLA's house again. They were getting ready to roam.
They're all like, CLA! CLA looks great.
I slept so well. I'm losing weight though, aren't I?
Yeah, oh my god, she goes in here now, like that.
So CLA's body is collapsing in on itself. That probably isn't healthy. In fairness, it might just be because her soul is a black hole. I didn't mean to rhyme there, and I am considering deleting it because it did sound a little bit corny. But you know what? It kind of works out, and by the looks of it, so does CLA. Either way, those were maybe the only pleasantries exchanged, because immediately after this, EQ got straight into the clout chasing.
Alpha's talking about me apparently.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we love Alpha. Yeah, let's see what she's saying. We're gonna link up with Alpha, aren't we?
Okay, so I think I'm speaking on behalf of every single person in the nation when I say this. Do not let this happen. I don't think our infrastructure is ready for these three to be in the same place. The pure desperation that would emanate from these three meeting up in person. It's enough to level cities. To be honest, I think we need to avoid this as a priority. But these three were adamant, and to be fair, there were gifts to be had.
Hello, everyone.
Me and CLA are gonna link up with Alpha.
What's going on with the trousers?
I've got 5.3 thousand, Alpha's got 800.
Well, she's digging for gold. Unfortunately, she's not going to find that if she collabs with Elphaba. In fairness, and I'll throw this one out there, maybe the mention of Elphaba just makes you want to put something up your nose. If you don't get that one, it is probably for the best. And with that in mind, we are going to move on, because this is where it turns. This is where it gets bad. These two went out to a bar, and it is probably everything you expected it to be, and maybe a little bit worse.
Can you put some more in mine? I don't want no more ice. Can you put more orange in mine and with the fresh orange? Huh? Did you make? Yeah, I want mine made with champagne, not Prosecco. I can't drink Prosecco.
She orders drinks like I would order school dinners when I was about 10. CLA is obviously a very interesting individual, but so far, no harm done. Unfortunately, though, this was the high point. From this point on, it descended very quickly.
Darling, can you take this off the bar, please? I need this as a sales space tonight, by the way.
All right, well, I'm here drinking, aren't I?
I know, but obviously you're going to allow other people so they can come and get...
Oh, yeah. We're
so
together.
if you can take the phones off the bar, I'd really appreciate it.
Oh, let's leave. You can piss off. Bye now.
That is maybe the most needlessly aggressive reaction of all time. It's Evil Queen, so we should expect it, but even CLA's a little bit like, why? If you didn't catch what was said, basically, these two have their tripod set up on the bar. To ask them to take it off is not an unreasonable request, but these two clearly are so deep down the TikTok rabbit hole that this is an offense to them. But you know what? If I know Evil Queen and CLA, I know that they're going to leave gracefully, and that will be the end of that. Or maybe I'm being sarcastic. You're about to find out.
Bye, guys.
Roots, darling! Nostrils!
This actually hurts my soul, and I'm sure if you're watching this, it hurts your soul too. The lack of self-awareness is just astounding, and all I can really give her is she is braver than me. It's just the way the bar goes completely silent. Everybody in the background is just staring. In about a minute, you're going to see that this somehow got so much worse. But for now, they just walked out, and they made sure to embarrass themselves in front of every single person on the way.
More views than Mercedes, CLA. Chelsea Leon in the place. They're so rude about move the camera off the bar. What's the problem?
I mean, again, the lack of self-awareness and the self-centeredness doesn't even need to be elaborated on. To think that because you have a TikTok account, you can just take over the bar for no reason. I think it might need to be studied how much of an impact TikTok is having on people's brains. And these two, they're not even children, like they are middle-aged women. There is absolutely no excuse. You know better, you just choose not to act it. Most of all, though, it is just embarrassing. Have some self-respect at the end of the day. But of course, they don't know what that means. They just continue to kind of linger outside and make themselves feel better.
Absolute yuppies. Affected. They're so stuck up. You know, that's what it is. They look down at me. Don't you think?
Money then they're working behind the bar, love. They're on minimum wage, love. Think about it like that.
That is maybe the only excuse they ever have. We have more money, we are better. We'll come back to you when it does dry up eventually, but for now, surely this can't get any worse. Well, don't worry, my friend, it can. In fact, this is maybe the most mortifying part of the video.
My bags, yeah, no, I need to get my bags.
She left the bag.
Imagine pulling that and then having to go back for your bag. I would probably just let my bag go. There is no amount of money that would make me walk back in there. Now, it's bad enough to hear about this, but we actually get to experience it from CLA's perspective in real time. The walk of shame is a terrifying prospect. Let's see how CLA deals with it.
I thought you was a bit rude, like, to come and say move to work, because we're live streaming, it's my job. I'm Chelsea Liot. I picked you up about the food, said your food was amazing. I came here for dinner because it's a great place.
People can get a drink on a Friday night.
Yeah, but they're all pissheads, and I've come to eat in your restaurant the food. I've not come here to stand there. I'm in the public eye. I'm too famous.
You know what? If you just keep spewing words and don't let anybody else get a word in, well, then they can't say anything, can they? So maybe this was the only approach possible. She also obviously had to top off the conversation with a little bit of a brag. At this point, this is just a certainty when it comes to CLA. There's not really much more to be said. But even on the way out again, even after that humbling, she still continued to just attack anybody in view.
My God, they don't even move out the way. You know, they're so rude. Yeah, hi.
I'd say have a day off, but by this point, we all know that is never going to happen. What will happen, though, is these two will go further into London and they will continue to be public enemies. They actually did a vlog and presumably they edited out every single instance of them insulting or assaulting someone. That's maybe a nice change, but CLA did continue to just be one of those NPC streamers in real life.
Liar.
Cheese and pickle. Bacon.
Cheese and pickle basic. Oh, darling.
Take a bite, take a bite.
Take a bite. Yum.
Nostrils.
Nostrils. Oh.
Can we get her help? Because I feel like we might have a responsibility to get her help at this point. Though, to be fair, given what she does next, she maybe doesn't deserve it. At some point, she did stop for an interview, and it is maybe the biggest premonition of what is to come.
No, I just don't get on buses because they make me itch, and certain people can make me itch, you know, like, honest to God, like, affected, sweetheart. So now I just stay away from everyone as much as possible.
Okay.
So you hate buses and you hate people on buses. Surely this statement is not going to manifest into reality. I mean, who am I kidding? You did see it at the start of the video, but it doesn't get any better.
You ate all the pies, who ate all the pies, oh darling, you ate all the pies.
To be honest, this is the lowest of the low. Insulting people minding their own business for no reason. If you do this, you are pathetic, and to be honest, you are probably projecting. And they say that karma thing's real. I don't know personally, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But it might be, because I've just seen a clip of CLA's sister circulating, and it's not great for her.
There's a lot of things I've got in my life, there's a lot of things that she hasn't got in hers. So, I don't know.
I mean, side note, it sounds like she has a pig in a gaff.
I don't know.
There's absolutely no relevance to what is being said here, but I thought it was kind of funny. We'll move on.
She must have seen me as a threat to get, because obviously when I first come on, she did get her back up and she was like, it's like, wow, you know what I mean? I'm on here, don't want you on here. Because she'll think I'm going to take her thunder. Keep your thunder, love. Yeah, that's it. Money goes, money does, money. It's gone to her head. She's had that much of it. She just wants to come on and get more and more and more.
Well, in a shocking turn of events, it turns out maybe CLA has made her own family turn on her. Who could have seen that one coming? She is just normally such a nice person. But yeah, clearly this goes back a long time because she just seems to be echoing everything we've said in these CLA videos.
Money over morals, yeah, that's it. But in the end, it's all creeping up on her, innit?
Money over morals might be the tagline of every single UK TikToker. I mean, at least the ones we talk about. I'm sure some of the others are fine. But you know what? At least she's not done irreversible damage. At least she's not made a decision that she will probably regret for the rest of her life.
Like, my dad can't come and tell you anything now, because obviously he's passed away, bless him. No, she didn't go to his funeral.
Yeah, to be honest, that just does kind of make me sad. Unfortunately, though, you can't say anything, but it is self-inflicted. It's her character, and clearly it's not going to change anytime soon. And by the end of this video, it has just all kind of descended into misery.
He doesn't want me, though. It doesn't matter if he wants me or not. I'm like a sister. Give me a hug.
Yeah, by this point, I don't feel a drop of empathy for her. Again, this is probably self-inflicted. If you don't know who Modine is, I'll show you a quick clip of these two together.
I'll show you about Jamaican.
Yeah, even in their happy moments, he looks like he wants to leave. Now, with Modine, I could probably make a whole video on him. I could at least make a video on Modine and CLA, because it does go pretty deep. But for now, it's looking like she's burnt that bridge, and it's not looking good.
I don't know, I've seen him when I was fucking drunk as he was. I totally embarrassed myself, always. I always embarrass myself.
Now, to be honest, I think that might be the scariest clip of the video. CLA showing self-awareness is something I wasn't even sure was possible. But clearly it's not, so maybe there is a way back. Comment and tell me what you think. Can CLA ever return to sanity? I'm not holding my breath personally, but it would be a good story, if nothing else. Either way, at the end of this video, I've got some bad news. It turns out that I am indeed the problem.
So you see all these haters and all the jealousy, they've ruined the app. You see all these dusty people that want to complain about me, Alpha Bar, all these other creators. They are the ones that have done this. They've destroyed the app. They've took everything off it. And if you can't see that from yourselves, then know what time it is.
Like and sub, or TikTok will be ruined forever.